Welcome back, and we're just going to have a little bit of chanting here after the fire ceremony. We'll start with Jai Ganesh. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Bob, will you lead us in a dance of universal peace?
Sure.
And we'll sort of meander our way as we dance finally over to Mother at the end, okay?
Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Ma. Just kind of make yourself stand into a circle. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. So imagine you're holding hands without holding hands. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Side step to the left. Durge, Durge, spread the love. Durge Jai Jai Ma. There, keep drumming. Durge, Durge. Jai Jai Ma. Bring it in. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe. Reach your heart. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Come in, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma. We're going to take it to the mother, so just follow it in a line. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Durge, Durge, Durge Jai Jai Ma. Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai, Jagadambe Jai Durge,
Jagadambe Jai Jai Ma.
Last time, make it count.
Jai Shiva.
Jai Durga Mata Ki Jai. Vishveshwari Mata Ki Jai. Bule Baba Ki Jai. Thank you. So beautiful. Perfect ending to Navratri. So now we're going to have story though. So everyone can come close so you can hear.
Circle around.
Thank you.
Why not?
Come close. Yeah, particularly you guys come right up here.
Here for us.
Bless us all. Thank you. Right there, it's perfect. Never know. Bule Baba Ki Jai. So this is a story from the very beginning of the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, which we read during the Navratri time. And if you had heard the very beginning, there was a story about Vishnu falling asleep on his bow. He was so tired. And then his head got cut off. So you might remember that was Cedar. You've heard a lot of these stories over the year. But we're not going to tell that story. But in that story, it's referred to that Vishnu was tired because he had fought for 5,000 years. That's pretty long. So, and of course, the people who are listening, all the devotees of Sutta, who's telling this great story, this Purana, they say, please tell us about this war. You said that he fought for 5,000 years, fought these asuras or demons, Madhu and Kataiba. So Sutta said, once after a pralaya, so that's the dissolution of the whole universe, or the whole cosmos, the universe lay dissolved in the single primordial sea, Akarnava. Vishnu lay asleep on his serpent bed, and the two asuras, Madhu and Kataiba, were born from the wax in Vishnu's ear. Now that's interesting. In the sleeping Vishnu's ear, and they were dreadful to behold. Madhu and Kataiba grew to manhood in the plumbless Akarnava Sea, which are the waters of infinity, containing all places, all ages, all souls, all desires. They grew swiftly and were soon as immense as they were powerful and hideous. They spoke to each other, wondering, who made us? Where are we? What's up? And one day, just from inscrutable intuition, Kataiba said to Madhu, brother, the Divine Mother is the cause of this sea and of us all. As soon as those words were out of his mouth, they knew they were very special prayers and mantras, so they both started saying it. And they said it for hundreds of years. They chanted on and on this sacred mantra to the Divine Mother. And at last, the Divine Mother appeared to them. And she said, I'm pleased with you, demons. Ask me for what you want. The Divine Mother grinned, and they said to her, please grant that we will only die when we will it ourselves. So that's a pretty interesting boon. Most people don't want to die, particularly these huge monsters. So the Divine Mother said, so be it, with a hint of a smile on her face. Now Madhu's and Kataiba's roars of joy shook the universe and the infinite sea from end to end. They dived under and they flew up into the air. Then one day, Madhu and Kataiba saw an immense golden lotus in the sky, and sitting in it, steeped in meditation, was four-faced, white-bearded, lustrous Brahma, the sire of everything. The excited demons called out to that Brahma, come, let us fight, or else relinquish your lofty place and flee from us. Brahma flicked open his eyes and he saw how huge these were, each one as tall as 10 Meru mountains, which are pretty tall, so they were really big. He shuddered at how terrible they were and wondered, I am not certain how strong they are. I hesitate to fight them. I think I'm going to go get Vishnu. So he goes to get Vishnu, and guess what Vishnu is? Remember, we just read, he's sleeping. And he goes and he praises Vishnu, and he asks Vishnu, please come and help me. I don't think I can handle these two demons. I'm an old man. See, I've got a white beard, I've got long white hair. I've been around way too many years to fight these. But he didn't wake up until the deity, in her inert form of sleep, withdrew from Vishnu, leaving his eyes and mouth and heart and finally his whole body. So the blue god, Vishnu, stirred on his serpent bed. He yawned. In moments, Vishnu's form was again as splendid as 1,000 suns. And when Vishnu opened his lotus eyes and saw Brahma standing before him trembling, Vishnu spoke to Brahma in his voice like a soft thunder. Why have you abandoned your dhyan, Brahma? Why do you tremble? Brahma whispered, I am in terror of my life, Vishnu. The asuras Madhu and Kataiba want to kill me. Vishnu said languidly, fear them no more. I will kill them for you. At that moment, Madhu and Kataiba arrived there roaring. The demons trod water easily and their savage face lit up when they saw Brahma. Madhu hissed, so this is where you have come to hide, coward. Come and fight. We will kill you first and then this blue fellow lying on his snake. Kataiba sneered, either fight us or say you are a slave and we will let you live. Vishnu then roared like the thunder of the storms that end the world. Come and fight with me, Asura. His eyes rolling, Madhu sprang at Vishnu, with Kataiba stood back. They fought on Ananta, they fought in the waves, they fought under the water and in the sky. They fought and fought and fought until they were so tired, till they were both tired. Brahma returned to his lotus and peered down safely as the duel went on. And the deity also watched from everywhere. The battle was ferocious and both demon and god tired quickly. Suddenly, Madhu stepped away from Vishnu and at once the other demon sprang forward to engage him. Thus the two demons fought Vishnu turn by turn and at times both together. Vishnu battled the sinister Asuras for 5,000 years. And he grew tired. Seeing the god weighing, the Asuras crowed in triumph. They said, Vishnu, if you are vanquished, join your palms and raise them over your head to say you are a slave. Otherwise, we mean to kill you first and then to drink Brahma's blood. Vishnu saw the demon treading water easily and replied, no warriors will fight a tired enemy, a frightened one, or one who has no weapons, or a child. For 5,000 years we have fought, and each of you have rested while the other one fought me. But I have had no rest, Asuras, and I'm tired. So let me draw breath for a while, and we will fight again. Well, Madhu and Kataiba nodded their heads solemnly and allowed Vishnu to rest. They stood back from him with folded arms while they were treading water. Vishnu fell into deep meditation, and during that time, he found out that the Divine Mother had given him the boon. Do you remember what boon it was? That he would only be killed if he wanted to be killed. So at that point, Vishnu was a little perturbed. And he said how vain his battle had been with these demons, because for 5,000 years they hadn't wished to be killed. So Vishnu folded his hands and worshipped the Divine Mother fervently. He said, "Mother, I'm exhausted, and the demons who you have given the boons are ready to kill me. I am helpless, Divine Mother. Please help me." So Devi spoke to Vishnu out of the air. She said, "Fight again without fear, Vishnu. I will seduce the Asuras with a look from my eyes so you can kill them." Vishnu went back to fight the Asuras, and the Asuras welcomed him fondly. Soon they began to strike once again. This time they both fought together against Vishnu, and he quickly found their combined strength more than he could bear. And reeling from their blows, he looked imploringly up at the Divine Mother to save him. She manifested herself before them, and she was enticement personified. Her red eyes shot shafts of unfamiliar lust at the demons. The enchanted demons were helpless. They stood gazing at her like men aroused past endurance and not knowing what to do. So he saw, so here's the gig, okay? So Vishnu has stopped fighting the two demons, and meanwhile the Divine Mother appears to them and makes them feel like she's wanting them to marry them or something like that. And so they get all flustered, and he sees that this is a good moment. So Vishnu takes this moment and he says to the demons, "Warriors, I am so pleased with the fight you have given me. I will grant you any boon, only ask for it, Asuras." So the Asuras are very puffed up with ego and pride right now, and they think they're the best, and they also want to show off to the Divine Mother. So standing before the alluring Divine Mother, the Asuras wanted to impress her and replied haughtily, "Who are you to grant us a boon? We are not beggars that we want anything from you. On the other hand, you asked for a boon, Vishnu. We shall grant it to you." Their eyes never left the Divine Mother's ravishing form. Vishnu replied, "If you are so pleased with me, Asuras, grant that I can kill you." At once the deity vanished, and the demons realized they had been tricked by Mahamaya. They hung their black heads, and green tears trickled down their awful faces. Then Madhu had an inspiration. Brightening, he said, "Well, we know you never lie, Vishnu. We have need of the boon that you promised to us earlier." "Ask me," said Vishnu, for he had indeed promised. "We will let you kill us, but it must be on solid ground where there isn't a drop of water," said Madhu. And of course, there was no dry place in the whole universe. Vishnu said, "So be it." And he expanded his thighs so that they were bright, dry, and islands floating upon the sea, this endless sea. The Asuras grew so that they were 10,000 yojanas each. But Vishnu expanded his thigh twice as vast. With nothing else for it, Madhu and Kataiva laid their heads on Vishnu's thighs as on an executioner's block. And with his Sudarsana chakra, the Vishnu struck those heads of the immense trunks in an eruption of gore. So that was the end of the two demons, which in some of my readings, they are explained as being too much and too little, the thoughts. So really, they talk about all these wars, but it's really what goes in with us. So here's Brahma and Vishnu in deep meditation and totally balanced. And all of a sudden, out of the wax of Vishnu's ear comes the thought, too much and too little. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't just be sitting here in my meditation. Maybe I should spread all my knowledge I have, because I have so much knowledge, I should spread it to everybody. Or maybe it's, I need to earn more money, so I better go out and get a job or something like that. So this is this idea when we might be quite centered and doing our prayers and our mantras and serving all of humanity, and then suddenly we start thinking that, oh no, I can't do this. I have to get a job. I have to go have more fun. So too much and too little. So that's really the story about annihilating those thoughts that keep us from being, following the divine will. So that's the story. I hope that helped you a little bit in your studies of Brahma and Vishnu. So now, because we do have a couple more children, we do want to honor them as we have the children on Saturday with little gifts, because they do personify the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. There's some little gifts for you. You can open them, and if you'd be willing to put them on, we'd be really appreciative.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Listen, you get to be the Divine Mother today.
Wow.
Because
You look very Indian.
you're reading this, I said,
She is Indian.
I know.
because when children are born, they're just part of the whole divine play, and they're so innocent and beautiful at that time. So thank you for being our Divine Mother and Divine Father today. And there should be more gifts in there too, as well as, yeah, the boys will get some bangles. And I think you, Cedar, there's a mala in there and a lungi in there for you too. So, thank you everybody. Bole Baba ki jai, Ambe Mata ki jai, Haryakandashvari Mata ki jai, Vishweshwari Mata ki jai, Bole Baba ki jai. Take one picture of it. Thank you.
Training conscience.